Fresh from the showcase here at Swiss Watch Expo, today we have a JLC Master Control, one that we've never had inside the walls of Swiss Watch Expo before. At Swiss Watch Expo, we've had a ton of JLCs come through. The Master Control is, I think, maybe their most classically shaped dress watch. And this comes in a variety of dials and combinations and complications too. This is one of which we have never had before, which is surprising because at first glance it doesn't look that much different than a lot of other Master Controls that you may have seen or shopped for. But this dial is absolutely wild. It has so much fun stuff that I cannot wait to show you and to see. First of all is this very interesting pillow inside this case, which actually has its own strap that connects to the watch and also makes it very uncomfortable to take this out of the box. But it's an entirely optional component of this, and it doesn't take anything away from this incredible dial that this one has here. A lot going on here, but it is still relatively clean. You do still get your Arabic numerals at 12, 3, and 9, sort of get your bearings here on this dial. Classic silver color, but a ton of great complications here. And some of my favorites, we have a power reserve indicator here at 9 o'clock, which I think is just very neat, and the fact that they were able to balance the way that this dial is set up in a way that you're able to get that power reserve indicator there, because just by nature of it having the sort of retrograde hand here on the dial really can throw off the balance in a lot of designs. I've seen it happen in so many watches, but JLC did not let it happen to this one. Your date window over here, or your date wheel I should say, is over here at 3, again on the opposite side. And then you have a second time zone here at 6, but that's not the only complication at 6 o'clock. This is also a world timer, and most world timers have a complete ring around the exterior of the dial. This world timer, the cities at 6 o'clock, it sort of acts as a date wheel. So the dial itself is actually covering up the vast majority of that. So it's a very interesting look. Obviously, maybe not the most practical, but then again, I don't know how many jet setters truly need to know what time zone it is in every city of the world at any particular time. So the fact that it does only show a few at a time, I think is a really unique take on the world time complication. And it's something that really I think I've only seen in this model. The other big luxury austere brands like Vacheron, like Patek and things like that, I've never seen them incorporate the world time design in this way, and they've made a ton of watches with that complication. The world time, of course, can be adjusted by this other crown here at 10 o'clock. So you'll see this actually works with the second time zone at 6 o'clock and the cities here at 6 in unison, which is a really great look. And you also get a small button here, which you can use a tool, or as I often do, a toothpick, to actually quick change the date. So once you figure out how to use this watch, it's actually very easy to operate. So don't let the sheer amount of complications on this dial fool you. This is one that's very easy to learn. In fact, I just held it in my hands for the first time about 15 minutes ago, and I feel like I've got a pretty solid grasp on it. And on the back here, we do have a beautiful exhibition case back movement. And I do love the subtle engravings they do around the ring on this case back. Master Control and, of course, the JLC logo here on the opposite side. This is a super clean watch, but very modern. At 40 millimeters, it is very dressy, but not one in a super old-fashioned sense, although this is definitely one to go with your more formal attire. And so if you're in the market for a JLC, not looking for a reverso, looking for something round, maybe a little more traditional looking, but with a wild dial, this is a fantastic deal when you consider the amount of complications you're getting in a rose gold watch. And for what it is, I do think this is a fantastic value for what you get and the kind of movements that they are bringing to this watch. So we have this and a whole lot more. I think I've done a lot of dress watches recently, but you know we've got all the sport models that you've been craving too. So give us a call, check out our new arrivals. A new year is upon us, and we're going to have so much new inventory at SwissWatchExpo.com.